All right, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Minzy. Here on my channel, we talk a lot about fragrances. I love sharing and connecting with you guys through my olfactive journey or just by anything that I truly enjoy. So if that sounds like something you enjoy watching, then please consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any of my video in the future. Alright guys, today's video is going to be a haul video and I am going to share with you all of the fragrances that I got before I went to Italy for Essence 2024. So yeah, after Essence, I even bought more fragrances, but I am going to do another haul video for those fragrances. Today is just gonna be the ones that I purchased before Essence. So yeah, let's jump right in this video. So the first three fragrances I am going to share with you guys are from the brand MITH and PROAD. And if you don't know, both two brands are from the same founder. They are from Thailand, and they just two different brands because they are catering to two different customers, two different markets. So let's talk about these from PROAD Parfum first. These are white tea and black tea, and they are in the newest collection from the brand. If you don't know, they just come out with a tea collections, and all of the fragrances in this collections are made by Canton Beach. And Canton Beach is also one of my top favorite perfumers. I love him, I love his work. So when I heard he's going to make fragrances for PROAD in this collections, of course I gotta try out. So I got myself white tea and black tea. My top favorite in this collection will be white tea. This is of course a tea fragrance, but to me the main focus of white tea is the muskiness and the lactonic vibe in this fragrance. It is sweet, it is very milky. It smells like a milk tea for me in a way. And that musky aspect in this fragrance really keep this fragrance borderline gourmand, but not going there in that direction. And I think it's beautiful. It's very relaxing, comforting into my nose. Yeah. So yeah, we have white tea. And then black tea is my second favorite from this collection. To me, black tea is a lot darker and deeper compared to white tea. They are like completely the opposite of each other. This one is more airy, you know, lactonic and musky. This one is definitely dark, woody, ambery, very warm, a little bit spicy. And also it is sweet, of course you got the black tea in here. Yeah, to me, between the two, I would say black tea is more unisex to my nose and white tea is more feminine in my opinion. But again, you can wear whatever you like to wear, and please smell it for yourself and decide if if it's too feminine or too masculine for you. In this collection, we also have red tea and green tea. They both smell really beautiful. It's just not for me because red tea and green tea, even though they are beautiful, I feel like they're just not special. They're nothing groundbreaking. It's something that I already smelled before, so I don't feel like I need to own red tea and green tea in my collections. But I definitely recommend you guys to check out the whole collection, especially white tea and black tea. Now, the next fragrance I am going to talk about is from the brand MITH, and this is Good Morning Jasmine. This is also a new release from the brand, and when I order black tea and white tea, the package came with a bunch of sample, and one of those samples are Good Morning Jasmine. And I'm telling you, that day I took a warm bubble bath and I sprayed the sample of Good Morning Jasmine on my body, and I just lay in my warm bath, and I have such an amazing experience with this fragrance. To me, this fragrance smells very photorealistic jasmine. If you love jasmine, if you are a jasmine lover, I feel like you should check out this fragrance. This to me is like you put your nose in a basket of fresh cut jasmine, the type of jasmine that already sit in the sun for a while, so it has that warm white floral honey touch to it. It is sweet, it is honey, it's white floral, but it's not indolic. It's very beautiful, and it also has a little bit of that tea-like aspect to it. It's beautiful, guys. When I wore this one and I took my bath, I feel like I was in Bali. I was in a beautiful, heavenly, tropical vacation, and I lay in a warm bath filled with fresh cut jasmine. Yeah, the experience is absolutely magical in my opinion. So if you haven't checked out Good Morning Jasmine from MITH, I recommend you guys to check this fragrance out. I will leave down below the link where you can purchase fragrances from these two brands. If you don't know, my friend is actually the exclusive distributor of the brand PROAD and MITH. He's my friend, and I always talk about him, and I promote these brands not just because he's my friend, but because these fragrances are actually really good, and the price point is reasonable in my opinion. So you're not gonna break your bank and you smell absolutely amazing. And I'm telling you, my friend Gon, he's the sweetest man on earth, okay? You will have an amazing time purchasing products from him, because he will send you a bunch of sample for you to try. And it's so hard to resist not to buy another fragrance from him. He's just amazing. Anyway, let's move on to the next one in this haul. Okay, let's see. All right, this fragrance I actually wanted for the longest time, but I did not push the button because I'm a white floral lover and I have a lot of white floral in my collections, and I just don't want a repetitive white floral fragrance. But you know, I gave in part of it because Willie on Instagram, if you are on Instagram, I feel like you would know Willie. He's pretty big in the community, and he couldn't stop talking about this fragrance, and he said it's like one of the most beautiful white floral fragrance he has ever smelled. So we have here Jeroboam Unue, and this one, like I said, is a jasmine bomb. This is very, very clean, musky, white floral fragrance. So you have to be into white floral, into this type of fragrance to enjoy this one. To me, this is so clean. It is squeaky clean. It also have that very solar effect. It kind of reminds me of a very fresh laundry that sit in the sun. You know, you use like a lot of detergent on your laundry, and then you hang your laundry outside in the sun, and it will smell like this. It's really, really, really good, but I don't think it's for everyone. To me, this is a kind of boss lady fragrance. She is soft, she's feminine, but she's very decisive. She's very firm when it comes to making important decision. I imagine Miranda Priestley from Devil Wears Prada will wear Unue from Jeroboam. Yeah. One thing that I could compare this fragrance to is it gives me that same boss lady vibe that I got from Stefan Humbert Lucas, Lady Whitesnake. If you know me, that is one of my top favorite fragrances for life. And if I compare this fragrance to that fragrance, then you know it is good. But again, I don't think it is for everyone because it's a very straight up, unapologetic white floral fragrance. So you have to be like a die-hard fan of white floral to really enjoy something like this. Longevity and projections on this one is incredible. This is the beast mode. I wore this one to work, and I don't think that I wore more than 5 spray, and everybody can smell me. And I even got a compliment on this one because of how strong it is. It projects a lot. It filled the whole room. I walk into the bathroom and I think like everyone can smell me even after I left the bathroom. So yeah, we have Unue from Jeroboam. Now let's talk about a fragrance that I picked up from Zigio Perfumery, and I picked up this one, I believe, during Lunar New Year. So during Lunar New Year, I went into town in San Francisco to visit Zigio Perfumery, you know, just to hang out for the day, spend my Lunar New Year with the people that I enjoyed their company. And of course, I have to pick up a fragrance when I was there. And the fragrance is from the house Widian, and it is called Rose Arabia White. And this is the bottle that it comes in. It's very simple, but it's very elegant. Guys, this is such an underrated fragrance brand in my opinion. They have so many incredible fragrances, and I kind of regret that I discovered this brand so late in my journey that I just know about them like 1 year ago. But their fragrance is just incredible, and the price point for this one is actually not bad either. I got this fragrance for $140 before tax. This is a beautiful powdery heliotrope vanilla almondy fragrance. And if you hear, the key words in here is heliotrope. And if you know me, you know how much I am obsessed with heliotrope as a note in perfumery, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about this note. I don't know why, but it's such a beautiful purple floral fragrance note that it adds so much character to a fragrance. Every time I see a heliotrope as a note in a fragrance, 9 out of 10, I know I'm going to love that fragrance. And this is the case. So like I said, it's very fluffy, vanillic, powdery. It has that almondy touch, but it's not too nutty because it's from that almondy vibe is from heliotrope. And that almond vibe from heliotrope is always so very soft and fluffy, and it's just gorgeous. It's delicious, but not in a gourmand way. I don't know how to describe it, but you have to try it, guys. It's just amazing. It has a little bit of that vintagey vibe to it, but I don't mind it. It's actually make this fragrance very elegant and sophisticated. And again, I feel like it has a well balance of a more vintage vibe and a more modern vibe. I don't know where that vintage vibe comes from, but to me, it keeps this fragrance not going into, you know, a straight up gourmand fragrance. but still a very, very elegant, powdery, vanilla, almondy type of fragrance. So yeah, we have Widian Arabian Rose White. Now guys, recently I am really into a violet as a note. I actually struggled with this note before. The reason why I struggle with violet is oftentimes I find this note too powdery, too musky, too vintage to my liking. So I kind of stay away from a lot of violet fragrances. But recently, as I get deeper and deeper into this journey, as my nose mature, I just find myself more drawn into fragrances that have violet as a nose. So I decided to open myself to a whole new world of violet fragrances. And that's why I picked up the next two fragrances. They are violet, straight up violet fragrances. The first one, the first violet fragrance that I picked up is the one and only, you know, the legend Guerlain Insolence. If we talk about violet fragrance, we gotta talk about Insolence from Guerlain. And this fragrance, guys, before I was afraid to even smell it. I remember I smelled this one in passing, but I did not really remember how to smell. It did not really leave me any impression at the time. So this time I actually blind bought it without even go back and smell this fragrance to make sure that I like it. I just bite the bullet and see what happened. And I am happy to say that it's now works for me. I love it, and I totally see why people love Insolence from Guerlain so much. Now, this fragrance, a lot of people describe this fragrance as a violet candy type of fragrance. It smells like violet candy. Personally, I don't know anything about violet candy. I have never tried violet candy, so I cannot tell you if it smells like violet candy or not. Now, the way that I describe this fragrance will be, it is bright, it is sparkling, it has that watery airiness to it, it's powdery, it's violet-y, it's makeup-y, and it has a touch of sweetness from vanilla. Not too sweet though. To me, the vanilla in here is just to round off this fragrance so that it doesn't become too powdery, too sharp to my nose. And I don't know if you feel the same when you smell Insolence, but I feel like there is an underline of watermelon in here. It's just like when I smell it, it gives me the feeling that when I bite into a fresh cut of watermelon, it is juicy, it's vibrant, it's watery. It's just absolutely gorgeous, guys. It smells magical, enchanting to me. Now I understand why people compare this one like, you know, you lost into a fairy tale. Yeah guys, this one's actually make it to my top favorite fragrances for life. And yeah guys, I don't even have this fragrance for long, and it's already becomes one of my top favorite fragrances for life. So yeah, we have Guerlain Insolence. Now, the next fragrance is from Bottega Veneta, and this is from their private line, which is more expensive. They actually discontinued this line, which is a shame because I think this line is gorgeous. They have a lot of bangers in this line, but what can we do? They discontinue it. Anyway, it is number 9, Violetta. and I found this bottle on Fragrance Net for a really good price. Consider it is discontinued, the price could be jacked up. I actually bought this fragrance for around $175. So to me, it's a really good deal because even retail of this fragrance when it is not discontinued is $300 before tax. So for me, $175, it's not bad. It's not cheap, but at the same time, it's not bad either. Now, what I can describe this fragrance is, this is a completely different vibe from Guerlain, okay? Guerlain to me is more sparkling, fun, youthful, bright, sparkling, powdery violet. This one, to me, it's a more mature violet. It's very, very powdery, very makeup-y powdery, almost sharp to my nose. This is the type of violet that I find challenging. But again, like I said, I am getting more into vintage, old school fragrances recently, so I don't mind this type of fragrance. And I want to get my nose used to it and educate myself more about violet fragrances. That's why I purchased Violetta from Bottega Veneta. Now, I don't think that I need another bottle after I finish it. So even it is discontinued, I'm really happy to finally have this bottle in my collections. This one is more of a collector item in my opinion. Personally, I would want to wear Insolence from Guerlain more than Violetta, but I still like to have this fragrance in my collections as a reference so I can compare with other violet fragrances. So yeah, we have Violetta from Bottega Veneta. So like I told you guys, recently I am more into a more vintage fragrances and I want to educate myself more on those type of vintage smelling fragrances. So, you know, I'm looking into this how that I kind of like didn't really pay attention before. Anyway, the two next fragrances I'm going to talk about in this haul is from the house Gutal Paris, and I have Folie du Soir and then Tenue de Soiree. Now, this fragrance I already wore to work full day, Tenue de Soiree. To me, this one is a better version of Gucci Rush. And if you know me, I hate Gucci Rush. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys are big fan of Gucci Rush, but that fragrance doesn't work for me. I smell it before because my friend here, Ashley on Instagram, she sent me a little sample of Gucci Rush for me to try out because she hated it and she wanted to know if I hate it too. And yes, of course, I hate it just like her. But if you know Gucci Rush, this one is a better version of Gucci Rush, which means this one is a patchouli bomb, but a much more refined patchouli type of fragrance. This still smells like a baby doll head to me, but I don't know why it smells very addicting to my nose. It just gives me this nostalgic, comforting, relaxing feeling. I think because this reminds me of my childhood when I played with my baby doll, and the baby doll head smell exactly like this. It's so good. But yeah, I wore this one to work. It's not screaming, but it lasts all day and you can definitely smell it. It's very present. It's just not screaming in your face. So yeah, we have Tenue de Soiree. And then right here I have Folie du Soir. And this one is a rose leather fragrance. I can see the leather in here. It is very present, but this is a more clean leather. It's not a rugged leather. When I smell this, it kind of reminds me of Animalic from Byredo, which I have a bottle of. But this one is more edgy than Animalic. Animalic, it's more, you know, everyday, easy, clean leather type of fragrance. This one is more edgy, but it definitely has more than just leather in here. And I also can pick up some patchouli in here, very in the background though. It's not in your face, but you can smell it in the background, and the leather is kind of like in forefront of this fragrance. I haven't worn this one for full wear test yet, so I will have to update you guys later, but I'm really happy to own 2 fragrances from Goutal in my collections. Again, I have Folie d'un Soir and then Tenue de Soiree. The next fragrance I have here is from Bvlgari, and this is Omnia Amethyste, and this is in their new bottle, which I absolutely love. You know, I have been wanting this fragrance for a while, but I hate the old packaging, the old bottle. So when I see that they changed the packaging, their bottle, of course I have to snatch this bottle. This is a beautiful, easy-going, simple, clean, fresh, white floral type of fragrance. And this is actually created by Mr. Alberto Morillas. And if you know him, he does best when it comes to clean, fresh floral fragrance. He is the perfumer behind Light Blue from Dolce & Gabbana, and that fragrance is the classic. I know a lot of people love that fragrance, and this is created by him. Like I said, this one is nothing special to my nose. The performance also not so great. It doesn't project a lot. It lasts a decent amount of time, but I feel like this is for someone that don't care too much about projections or longevity. Someone just wants something simple for every day, someone that they can wear to the office, that they can smell it without drawing so much attention from other people, without offending anyone, then this is the fragrance for you. So yeah, we have Bvlgari Omnia Amethyste. Now guys, last but not least, we have Paris Corner from Rifaaqat. And if you know anything about this fragrance, yes, this is a dupe for YSL Baby Cat. And what I can tell you is, yep, it does smell like Baby Cat to my nose, but I feel like it is more rough compared to Baby Cat. Baby Cat is much more refined, more well blended, but for the price it is, I cannot complain, you know. It is much cheaper, it is not hard to find, and it smells similar to Baby Cat. So what can I complain here? If you feel like you like YSL Baby Cat, but you don't want to pay the price tag, that kind of price tag, then go ahead and try Paris Corner from Rifaaqat. But if you want something like exactly similar like Baby Cat, much more refined, well blended, then there are definitely better options out there for you. And if you're following me for a while, you know that I am obsessed with Eau d'Audacity from Penhaligon's. I swear by that fragrance. That is, to me, in that category, that DNA of Baby Cat, Eau d'Audacity is my favorite. So I would recommend you guys to check that one out if you love Baby Cat. There are also, of course, Vanacloria from Laboratorio Olfativo. The name is kind of like hard to say, so. But yeah, they are all from the same perfumer, so of course they have that same DNA. Another one I recommend is pretty similar, but not exactly the same, is Rosendo Matu number 5. It's, if you smell them apart, you cannot tell the difference, but if you smell them side by side, you can definitely see the difference. But if you cannot find, you know, any other options, then maybe go with Rosendo Matu number 5. And of course, you always have a cheaper options here, is Paris Corner Rifaaqat. But yeah guys, that is it for my haul video today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please let me know down below in the comment sections if you have any question about anything or about my haul today. Just ask me, I will try my best to answer every single question you might have. And yeah, I'll be on the lookout for the next haul because I am going to do it very soon. I'm just waiting for my fragrances to be delivered to my house, and then I will do that haul video. I will also leave all of the link down below. Please check them out because I do have discount code for you guys. I also leave my friend website down below for you guys if you guys want to purchase MITH or PROAD perfumes. It will be from the same website, and of course I will leave them down below in the description box, so make sure to check it out. But yeah guys, that is the end of my video today, and until next time, goodbye.